It's been a while since my last video, so we have a lot to catch up with. We had the monthly tech wrap up, some other news, and also I wanted to do some work about the creator portal. More specifically, how much money do people make using the creator portal? The results will surprise you. So the big proposition of Stuff.io is to let anyone publish their content. The self-publishing portal opened up a few months back, and we've been having more and more of those releases. Recently, for instance, Michael came back to us with Ian, which he calls Human Music. And then we got a lot of things. SongMarketCap did many releases as well through the portal. We got some meme book, what people know about women and BTC, around in total maybe 30 releases. So what I decided to do is to take all of them, check how much did the creators pay and how much money did they make. Because I hear a lot, the token has no use case, we are going down, blah, 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 blah. So look at the use case. I'm gonna share my spreadsheet. So here it is. This is everything that was released, at least everything that I could find, because maybe I missed some links somewhere. So I'm not saying it's 100% complete, but we probably have most of it there. So how does it work? Well, you have the title, the price in USD. I didn't take the discounted price, so I guess we could count maybe 10% less when there are discounts. Number of units sold, so how much money. We know that the creator takes a 70% cut, so we know how much money they make. Then I look at what type of DEA it is, because depending on the type of assets that you're minting, the prices are different. So this is the creator portal. So you see any book is 40 USD, audiobook 30, music single 15, music album 40. So I popped that in my spreadsheet to calculate basically the cost in Stuff token and how much money they made. So mind you, of course, it's not just you buy Stuff token, you release something and you're rich. There's a lot of work in marketing, creating a community, actually just creating the art in the first place. So it's not free. So that's to be fair. But let's look at the numbers. Stuff Revolution, 2.5 USD. They sold more than 5,000. They made 9k USD and it cost them 15 USD to release on the creator portal. So return on investment 620x. 620x. So that's what people don't understand. That you take your Stuff token, you release your art, and you actually make more money than what you paid for your Stuff token. So when I look at it like this, Stuff has the best utility possible. You buy it, you produce something, and you make more money. How much more? SongMarketCap, super strong community, and a lot of those profits go back to buying back the token and burning it, the song token. So there's a lot of incentive. It's a project by itself. So no, it's not gonna be like this for everyone. So if we ignore them and look at the rest, look at this. Hoktra on that thing. This was a 32-second music single. 32 seconds. Somehow it sold 8 units. I don't know if the guy bought for himself, if he asked his friends to buy, if some people were curious. But this is a typical example that the guy spent 15 USD to mint a single and made $35 profit. So 2x with a 32-second song. Again, I'm not sure who bought it, but that's, beside the point. We look strictly at the data here. Then we have some other music, like 180%, 161%. I put here El Paso verse because it's a project by itself, and I'm not sure if it was really the creator portal, but something like that with a community, 44x. Then you have more interesting things like the Challenge of Islam. This it's kind of a controversial book. But hey, that's the beauty of book.io. Anyone can publish. If you don't agree, publish your own book and let the ideas get out in the open and debate. But regardless, it's a book that was 10 USD, so not very cheap. 27 units sold, so the guy paid $40 to publish and he made 150. So 150 profit with a book that he had written that I imagine was sold on other platforms. So basically, the work was already done and this is just bonus. So you get it. You just take your stuff token, publish something, make money. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, sell like that. If we look at the total, so here it was a bit underwhelming because when I added all the fees, it was only $680. So if you think that the creator portal is creating a lot of buying pressure, well, so far it's not. At least not with, I don't know, maybe the 20, 30 artists we have so far. Of course, it's all a matter of scale. You have 1 million independent offers. So yeah, if instead of 30 people we get, I don't know, 30,000, then the buy pressure is 680,000. Yeah. So, but for now, it doesn't have a big effect. And look at this. So they paid $680 and they generated, they pocketed actually $26,000. It's a 38x. 38x, like meme coin level. Now, just to be fair, I'm gonna take out Song market cap because we could argue it's a project on their own. We have a big community. Not every content creator has a big community and so on. I will also take out El Paso's. So like this, we have $550, invested, and $1.3 thousand generated in profit. So almost a 3x on average. I rest my case. All right, as always, the big piece will be about the monthly wrap up. We're gonna get through it. So what happened in the last month in April? So they were at Bidler Fest. It was in Vietnam, if memory serves. Long story short, good contacts with Midgard and Fruit tokens. Midgard, the layer 2 on Cardano. So they have this big problem with book.io that if they want to do giveaways, it's super expensive on Cardano because they need to attach like one ADA with every asset. So it's very expensive. That's why they're gonna use Base. But if, or rather when, Midgard will be ready, then they will use that. So they're in touch with the devs over there. They will help with testing and hopefully, it comes around and Book can come back to Cardano. We also talked with Mesh SDK. So it's like self-directed wallets with social login. So you could imagine, you can already log into the website, create an account with like your Facebook account, your Gmail, and so on. While you could have the wallet also created at the same time and linked to your social account, meaning that if you go to other dApps which use that, then you log in again with your social account and you have the same wallet everywhere. So maybe a solution for helping people sell their stuff on secondary markets until the Book marketplace is out. Then we're talking about decentralizing the reader and the storage. They're having conversations about that. It's one of their goals for this year. Goals as in research and development, not necessarily having it out. But I believe they were in touch with some wallets to be able to read your book from the wallet app. It's something that, they get a lot of flack for that. Like, hey, if you go down, then I cannot read my books. They already said that, hey, we can keep the site up for like 100 years because it's just a few lines of code. But okay, fair enough. So working on it. And storage-wise, it's IPFS. Would be great to see them with Yagon to stay Cardano. Oh yeah, something pretty cool. Let me find it in my bookmarks. So yeah, they're giving away artificial intelligence for dummies, which is usually an $18 book. So that's pretty cool. You just have to click the link. It's on Base, doesn't matter. It creates a self-directed wallet in your account if you don't have a Base wallet, and then just read the book. Personally, at work, we have like an AI focused group. So I'm gonna share that and get them on book.io. So that's pretty cool. And this link actually was shared on Publishers Weekly. So Publishers Weekly is, I think it's pretty obvious what it is. And where they bought the 4 covers. So the front, the other side, the back, and the other side. Yeah. So you can see here they talk about things that if I was a publisher would definitely speak to me, like the new law that says that Amazon cannot say you're buying an ebook. They have to say you're buying a license. Apple hit with $5 billion class action lawsuit about that, the fact that ebooks are not given but licenses. So a lot of stuff about it that I'm sure will bring a lot of interest, and more importantly, they have the link to download AI for Dummies. So it's not only you see an ad, but you have a big incentive. Hey, here's a free book, and you actually see the process by yourself. So I think this will probably be very successful. Maybe not convince everyone, of course, but at least show that it exists, it's working. So it's great to see them pushing marketing, because that's what this is. The more publishers we get, the more content we get, and then we're at the same level as Amazon or whatever, and then we can compete. Because of course users are not gonna come if there are only 400 books that are overpriced. I caricature, but that's the idea. Then they talked about, they finished the integration with UPS. So this is for Mint and Print. This allows them to show you the price depending on where you live, and also to validate your address, make sure that things are gonna get delivered. They talked about ingestion of catalog, that they are working on that. And one of the requirements was to expand the geofencing. So geofencing, we had it with the token sale, that if you're in the US, you couldn't buy. But now they're making it so that a publisher, when they have rights to a book, they don't have the same rights in every country. Possibly in some countries, they don't even have the rights. So no, they cannot sell like this on the internet and anyone can buy. So the way they do it is that they geolocate you, I assume just your IP address. And you had an example with 1984, the Mint that had 2 different editions, the World Edition, the US Edition. So depending on where you were, you would get one or the other. And they said that this is a hard business requirement. And maybe, as a user, it's like, hey, I want to buy any book I want, that's blockchain and so on. But from a publisher perspective, it's just illegal to sell a book somewhere they don't have the right to. That's it. No, there's no negotiation here. So it's very important. So it's great that they got it out. By the way, 1984 is part of this Blackstone banned audiobook series. I think it's like 6 books total, and the 7th will be airdropped. So pretty cool to see a publisher get on the collectability wagon. Then they talked about ICANN, which is this programming language for Cardano. These were given away. So they got a lot of people to get those. And that's great because probably a lot of people know about the book on the Cardano ecosystem, but just didn't buy anything. So this way they could experience the reader, and so on. Okay, then they talked about the mobile app. They fixed some bugs. They have a few things in flight. The Mint and Print, able to order your print from mobile. They're doing a refactor of the user profile and working on the code redemption, because like this AI for Dummies, it's a link, but you could imagine it's a QR code. But if it's a QR code, you scan it with your mobile app. So what they want to do is that you open your book app or stuff app, and you have the scanner in there. So you scan the QR code and boom, you have it in your app. That's super smooth. That's pretty powerful, I think. Like super easy. Say this could be live by next month. Next month being June. Then they cleaned up the token bridge. Yeah, we got some things stuck in there. Some people were complaining in the support tickets, but not that's cleared. And it's part of a general EVM cleanup that they're doing, because hey, to do this giveaway on Base, then they needed to update the way they mint assets on EVM chains. Actually, the code is ready for the swap and upgrade. You probably remember we have quite a few books on Ethereum, Polygon, which you can read, no problem, but you cannot resell because they were made. Well, anyway, you cannot resell because they're using some kind of old code that OpenSea and Magic Eden are blocking. So you cannot sell. So what they're gonna do is that they're gonna allow you to swap it for a new version. It's the same thing, just that now you can sell it, yeah. So after more than a year, it's nice they get to it because same thing, people complaining like, hey, are you forgetting about Ethereum and Polygon? So that's where they're at. Then they're talking about focusing on the social aspect of the app, namely the ability to change your avatar and also to have a username. That the ultimate goal is to have like a page like book.io/your username, and then people go there, they see your collection. Who knows, maybe they can even bid or go to the marketplace to get some of that, or maybe they can just follow you, see what you have, DM you because maybe you like the same things. And this is very important because if you want people to use an app, it needs to be social. They need to be able to interact. If you're alone, then at some point there's not much to do. So to keep things fresh and dynamic, it's very important to have the social aspect. And the more friends you have on an app, the harder it is to live. So also for customer retention, it's important. They're working on creating spaces like chat rooms depending on the assets you hold, because Web2 users, they're not going to use Discord. So if they want to join a community of like, I don't know, Harry Potter fans, well, probably they can go on Reddit or something like that, but now they'll be able to go to the chat room. I mean, we don't have Harry Potter, it's just an example. Although in the top 10 publishers, there are 5 of them that are top 10, number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and out of those 5, 2 have rights to Harry Potter, and we are waiting for the top 10, so maybe not so far off the mark. What else? They're doing branded promo codes so that you get on the page to download a book and it's all branded. So that's pretty cool because if you're a user, you don't know book.io, but you know some author or some series, something like that you trust, then you get on the page, it's all branded, it just feels better. And actually it's an ask from music labels and sport franchises. Sport franchises are apparently very interested in this. They had a space with Stadia, I think it was called. Basically, you can definitely implement Stuff.io in a marketing strategy for a sport team. Imagine having like the highlights of the game as a video DA. Imagine having exclusive interviews with the team or the coach. Exclusive footage. Hey, they won like a big final, and you get like, hey, what's happening in the locker room afterwards. If you're a real fan, it's pretty interesting, I believe. So yeah, that's a vertical they didn't think about, but definitely could bring a lot of fans. Sport is huge. They said that in the prior bull runs, you had companies, they wanted exposure to Web3, but they didn't know how. But now with Stuff.io, it's super clear, just content tokenized. Talked about Meet and Print, that a lot of stuff was hard-coded for Frankenstein, so now they're making the code more flexible. Dracula should be coming they said next week or 2, this was May 7th, so hopefully next week. So Dracula. International shipping rates are set up, so that's good too, because so far only the US could get their hands on Mint and Print, so hopefully international shipping will be out at the same time as Dracula. They got a lot of help from Ingram, and more importantly, they can use Ingram's rates. Ingram, they send millions of books per month. So you can imagine that their rates, like delivery rates, are the lowest they could negotiate with whichever delivery company. And so Book is using that. So that's a nice perk. Everyone remembers paying, what was it, 90 USD for the, how is that called? Nafik Grovel Chuck D book. Yeah. All right. What's next? Yeah, we had a call with one of the largest publishers in the world, specialized into distributing books to universities. It's Simon & Schuster who does that. Not sure. They explained that there's some kind of war happening in the library space, that they buy ebook rights, not the actual ebooks, and then when those ebooks rights change hands, between publishers, they get acquired, whatever, then they lose the libraries, they lose access to the ebooks that they bought. So here, Book.io is solving a real problem, and that's also huge, because if you get like a whole library network to use Book.io, then you have a lot of people using Book for free. So it will be very easy for them to use it. The incentives that, hey, I rent a book and I read for free. And then it's exposure to people who read, actually. So quite some potential in there. Yeah, funny thing, they said that also another thing that is cool is that using a smart contract, you can send back the book at the end of the lending period. So it's like, the typical thing, you rent a book from the library, you are late, you have to pay some fee, something. It's not gonna exist with blockchain. What else? Multi-use code plus mint and print at the same time. Yeah, so the multi-use code is what they are doing for the AI for Dummies. And they're talking about bundles that you can have a book and you scan the code and you get the digital version of the book. Or you could also you download a free book and you have the ability to do mint and print on it. So mint and print it's not going to be free, but that could be pretty cool if you want to hold the physical book. We said that there's high demand in film and music industry to the point that it's shocking. So I guess on the business side, something is brewing, as always. They're working on the preview content feature, because when you buy, especially on Cardano, you have this reveal, like, hey, this is your cover, this is your book, and so on. But it still takes a few minutes for the actual asset to come in your wallet. And from a Web2 user perspective, that's not gonna fly. Hey, I bought it, I see it, I want to read it. So what they are doing, it's the ability to start consuming your book even before it was confirmed and came to your wallet. I mean, with Cardano, not a problem, because transactions don't fail. We have finality. It takes some time, but eventually it gets there. So I think it's a great idea. You buy, you start watching, start listening, doesn't matter. Then Josh talked about Departure Fest, some festival where he is, said, hey, it's good music conference, a lot of meetings. And then he talked about Rare Evo. They will be sponsoring the event to be like a miniature StuffCon. So no StuffCon this year, but I have it somewhere in there. It's a Stuff Tour. Yeah, here it is. So they don't do StuffCon, but they go to a bunch, actually 20 events around the world. So hey, remember the ambassador program? If you are selected to be an ambassador, I didn't hear back, so I'm not sure if it's out already. Yeah, but if you're an ambassador, you can go there. Or if you just want to meet the team, probably get some free stuff as well. Maybe buy some merch. So here's the list all around the world. Minus Africa and Oceania. I'm not sure how to say that. But hey, at least they have Tokyo, which is quite exotic, I guess, for us Westerners. And yeah, a bit in Europe, Romance Authors and Readers, London. Ooh, this could be big. And I think they have the Frankfurt as well. Yeah, Germany here, the Frankfurt Book Fair in October. So this is the one I may show up at. Okay, so yeah, no StuffCon, but they'll be at Rare Evo in Las Vegas in August. And this will be like miniature StuffCon, apparently they have a lot of things planned. And you see the little stars here. It means they're sponsoring the event. Probably mean that, hey, they're gonna get a nice speech, nice presentation, and more importantly, sponsor the happy hour. Probably the way it's gonna work out. Yep. So yeah, the goal is to get out of the crypto bubble. Of course, where Evo is crypto, but Frankfurt Book Fair, not so much. So no, get more and more of those people outside the crypto bubble to get to know us. A lot of those are with professionals, but I guess we could see regular readers or customers as well. They said that they signed a lot of stuff, a lot of deals to be coming in summer, including some celebrity. I guess celebrities are relative. But hey, great that they are doing more and more business and having more and more things. It's kind of scary, I feel like. It's like a tap from you have the water coming out, but for now nothing is coming out. Everything is just piling up in the pipe and it's gonna explode at some point. Kind of feels like this. So they said that when they're meeting with the music and film people, the intention was to have meetings and have a list of people they could maybe work with. But what's happening is that artists get super excited and they try to connect them with everyone they know. Like they are so blown away by the idea that's solving a real problem. They can finally make money that they really spread the word. And that's great if everyone is endorsing them. At some point everyone will know them and will get more and more content. And they're thinking about things like doing giveaways at the same time there is a concert happening or a movie premiere, or the idea that you go to a concert, it's recorded, and with your ticket you get the airdrop of the video of the concert, and this video is nowhere else. It's your own memory. That's pretty kick-ass, I think. And so finally, they said conversations are very different at those events. So like music festival, movie festivals. Question is how to make money, how to reach people, how to remarket their own audience. Because for now, it's not even happening. Kind of crazy to think. The question is how to make money. There is this cliche that if you're an artist, you're not making money. Well, apparently it's not the cliche, they're not making money. So it feels super good to know that Book and stuff are, sponsoring somehow all those artists to create more and more. And I want to believe that the more creative a society is, the more advanced it is, because art, in the scale of things you need in your life, is probably, at the bottom, because first you need to survive, you need to eat, and so on. Yeah, so it's a good sign. I think we'll be going in the right direction if more people are educated, more people read, more people exchange, and open their minds to different styles of music, videos, and so on. All right, that's it for the big chunk. Now to go through some quick news, we had Josh posting some pictures at a music studio. More likely than not, this was Esther Drang place. Esther Drang, they re-released the 2001 album Golden West on Stuff.io, and they actually also had a space with the team. Did I bookmark that? Yes. Here, if you want to listen, go for it. I'm not sure we learned everything super new or mind-blowing. Looks like they are somehow friends with Ben, and I guess there's a connection, and Ben probably book-pilled them, and they released on Stuff.io. It's pretty chill, music-wise. You can listen to it on YouTube. I found it, like the full album, although this version has some demo versions that I guess are harder to find, so a bit of exclusive content in there. Then we had a big thing by SongMarketCap. So they released their review, I'm not sure how to say that, token/song. And what was awesome is that they had a partnership with Revuto, which is that if you buy the song and you create an account on Revuto, Revito gives you, basically refunds you what you paid for the song in review tokens. So basically this mint was free. And wow, I really didn't expect that. Didn't know that SongMarketCap had such original ideas to push marketing. I know they were offering projects, hey, we can create a song for you, maybe it goes viral, you get some exposure, okay. But didn't know that, hey, we can create a song for you, and then maybe you can give tokens to our people so they will buy the song. Basically what happened here is that Revito bought new accounts for $5 a piece, and these $5 they bought with their own token. So I remember hearing in some space, I don't remember which blockchain it was, that they were paying, they had the budget to acquire new users on the blockchain, and they're paying 80 USD per user. Well, not Cardano, obviously, but but it is a strategy to pay, do some marketing campaigns, some promotional action to get new users, and then, well, they use your app, and maybe you sell them some more things and so on. So this was super cool, I think, that you buy a song and you get the equivalent in another token where you can dump if you want, or you can, hey, let's give it a try. I got the song itself I can resell if I need. So that was really, really cool. And apparently they have other things planned. So really curious what they will come up with. Other quick news. Yeah, so at Departure Fest, they were giving away so the single from Esther Jung, the song for Jonathan, which is part of this Golden West album, which was released. So I guess they're giving those out, yes, at Departure Fest, so pretty cool. You meet artists, hey, here's a free single that you own. Pretty nice. Had to give a shout out to The Lurker, his book, photo book, Mi Argentina. Sorry for the accent, Lurker. So The Lurker, I would say, old-time OG. He's on his motorbike going across Argentina, taking pictures, and he's doing his photo book. There's no release date as far as I'm aware, but this I think will get a lot of support from the OGs. And curious to see someone someone you exchanged with for years, and see what their real life looks like. What else? Oh yeah, this was fairly interesting. Apparently, Apple changed its compliance for apps to the point that, from what I understand, they cannot take 30% cut anymore. Because they had this thing that if you're a crypto app, or maybe not only crypto, by the way, and you sell something through the iOS app, then they take 30% share, which is usually like your margin anyway. So yep, that's not very legal apparently. So they changed that, which is huge, because now we can imagine a Book or Stuff app with Marketplace included. And that's what we need. We need people to buy their books, their DAs, go on the app and be able to just sell like that at the push of a button. Maybe with a system of collection offers like on JPEG Store, so it gets automatically accepted. What else? Nacho telling us that there's some goodies, attending tons of conferences this year. So here you have the example of the single. This, I'm not sure, maybe something they put on their booth. So yeah, if you're able to go to some of these Stuff World Tour events, then you may see some of these materials. Publisher Weekly cover we did, Stuff Tour we did, the space with Esther Jung we mentioned. They redid the website stuff.io, looks cool. What I don't like is that it's, before I think you had the link to the creator portal, now it's not obvious at all. I have to go to the very bottom. Yeah, I can demonstrate. Let me show you how painful it is now. So hey, I heard about stuff.io, I want to publish, how can I do it? I don't know. Maybe I publish a book, I'm gonna click on books. Hey, I'm on book.io now. Oh, I have the creator portal. Okay, so book.io works. So, alright, does it work with music? Hey, I am an artist, I do music, I want to publish. Where do I do it? I don't know. But if you go at the bottom, it's written for creators, and then from there you have the creator portal. I'm not thrilled by this. I mean, the rest of the website looks great. Very user-friendly and very visual, and you have so many great covers, and you see much more content, so more chances to find something that you would actually like. So it makes a lot of sense. Just as creator, I'm not sure. Is it on purpose? They don't want creators to come because they have too many of them that applied? I don't know. This is a little thing that I think could be improved. We had input-output, putting out a quick video of Ben, because they got funded for the Big 5 publisher deal. We are almost in June and we don't know where they're at. They say that it's going super slowly. It's a bit unfortunate because it's been a good 4 months, I think, since we know it got approved. Don't know if they got the money yet, to be honest. But well, it's how it is. Who knows, maybe it's gonna line up with the bull market. So, they got 2 million ADA, I think. So if ADA is worth more, then they'll pay for everything at once and have some left, who knows. So yep, AI for Dummies, we talked about it. This is kind of funny news. Funny in the sense unexpected. That Stuff.io is sponsoring the McKinney Chupacabras, which I believe is a soccer team. So Stuff and Book, they are headquartered in McKinney, so they're sponsoring the local football club. And the things I said earlier, like some kind of exclusive content maybe for fans, maybe that's how they do it. Maybe kind of just proof of concept. Get people to learn about them. McKinney, I believe, is 200,000 inhabitants. So I don't know how many football fans, but it's exposure. Maybe it's kind of experiment, at a like a low scale, to see how would it go to marry Stuff.io capabilities with a sport team. Also, Josh was on a podcast, first edition podcast about books. It was very normie friendly, just the basic value proposition of what book does. Very few questions about decentralizing the e-reader. Actually doing a white label of the e-reader, and we learned that actually libraries want to do that. They want a reader that is branded. Then the question about, are you gonna do hardware? But Josh didn't actually reply that, just said that, Kindle, you're locked, so maybe there'll be a demand to get out of that. I know Books, I think, is Android based, so you can have the book.io app on it. We're talking about marketplaces, that it's blockchain, so if Penguin Random House want to do their own marketplace of DEAs, they can. So that would be quite interesting, that you go on Penguin Random House website and you have the choice, buy a licensed ebook or buy the real ebook. And we have our own reader because it's decentralized or white labeled, and we have our own marketplace. I hope they still need the Stuff token. And then talks about AI. People are worried, like publishers and so on. But Josh explained that actually AI is just a tool to help you, and what they can do with blockchain is to verify the origin and the identity of the person who did the content. So actually, you can be sure that the person who wrote it, as is the person who's selling the book, is the person who created it. Did they use AI? Maybe, maybe not, but at least, if people notice that they used, then you know that they're not gonna sell any more books. And one thing, kind of alpha, that they're gonna launch, so Book.io is gonna launch a monthly webinar in the publishing world to talk more about all those issues of not owning your stuff, that it can be censored, banned, and so on. And he explained that at the beginning of Book.io, it was a lot about research and development, but now it's about scaling and adding to the content catalog. So hopefully, by end of year, we'll get those 1 million users and dozens of thousands of books. That would be awesome. And finally, how are we doing with the token? Trading sideways. The bottom is 0.53 cents. The top of the range is 0.65. So what's happening here? Yeah, I look at USD because I used USD to buy ADA and then buy the token. Yes, I would be richer if I had kept my ADA, but that's life. What is interesting here is that holder side still above 11,000. It's not moving despite the price doing this. My theory is that we have a market maker just doing its job, which is arbitrage. Arbitrage and market making, but you have to realize that when you look at the trades here, you see, oh, whale, oh, whale. I mean, you think that is it a whale or an orca? No, not sure which one actually. But well, when you see this, it means more often than not that it's MEXC, the central exchange. And over there, they trade against USDT. So they don't care about ADA price. For them, they see that, hey, it was 0.5 cent, now it's 0.6, so I'm gonna sell and make 20% profit. And this happens because on DEX, most people are trading against ADA, and ADA is doing pretty well, kind of going up in general. But you have to think that when ADA will do, let's say, 3x, stuff is not gonna do 3x. It's gonna go up for 1 minute, and then the bot will arbitrage. So this is not gonna go up until there is a lot of buying pressure. Until then, just gonna range. So if you look at the ADA Stuf chart, as long as ADA goes up, Stuf will go down. And then when ADA will go down, Stuf will go up. And that's it. So don't look at ADA because we don't have influence on the price from the ADA perspective. It's MEXC, centralized exchange, pricing everything in USD. So I would argue, go on MEXC and trade in USDT and you'll see better charts. But jokes aside, that's what's happening. And I'm not sure how we're gonna get out of there. To be honest, I think they had the same thing on World Mobile, that some exchange was suppressing the price. I don't know how much token they got, how much money, probably a lot, but how many tokens they got for the listing. I remember Stuf was listed at 2 cents on MEXC. Meanwhile, it was trading at 4 cents on the DEX. So you can be sure that they made a lot of money that day. All right, so that's about the token. Just very quickly, kind of a bonus thing. Just wanted to share that I'm opening a new page, the Financial Times. It's a parody cryptocurrency newspaper or news outlet. I just started. I didn't even post any article yet. It's just for fun. It's written here: fake news about fake money. It's just satire. Talk about things, make fun of people. And my first piece will drop later today or tomorrow. And just follow. It's like the Babylon Bee, if you know that. Just to read fake articles that I hope will make you chuckle. And yes, the plan is that if it gets some following, I will do special issues with exclusive content on book.io with the self-publishing portal, so that you can get like a special edition of this newspaper with some fun articles. So you can follow the Financial Times. So the handle is DeFinancialX. So on X, if you want to support and have a laugh, hopefully. And that's it for this week. Tech wrap up, pretty interesting. Lot of things in the pipeline. This AI for Dummies book giveaway, very important, 5,000 units. Spread it. I put it on my LinkedIn. I'll share it at work. Do the same. Get more people to be onboarded on book.io. They got the cover of the Publishers Weekly, so they'll get more attention. Apparently lots of things in the pipeline. Lot of interest from music, video, industries. Looks like it's always the same every week. But Josh said it's all coming this summer. So hey, a couple more months to wait, and hopefully we'll see it. ADA will explode, hopefully stuff will somehow follow, and we'll be golden. Until then, thank you for watching and take care.